Okay, so I wasn't gonna make a video today, but I'm having a great air day, so it's 5:30 and I'm gonna get out. Okay, so today I want to talk about and give a mini review of one of those AI writing apps called Rytr. Rytr. I don't know why they spell it like that. Still drives me nuts. Can't transcribe anything. Anyway, it's a pretty good app. It's got one of the best user interfaces. So what exactly does it do? Okay, so ChatGPT is like the AI thing underpinning like the world right now. And you can get so many results out of it just by entering prompts. You want a press release, you want ad copy, you want blog post. The problem is most people, even me and people who've been playing with it a lot, don't really know how to get the best out of it. And there are charlatans. There are people all over Twitter who are selling their courses on how to get the most out of ChatGPT. And like, yeah, they're mostly useful, the stuff these people are putting out, but you could just get a tool that does it and it makes it a lot better. And that's what Rytr does. So instead of having to go into ChatGPT and ask it for a press release, you just open up Rytr, you select press release in the drop down, and then you put what your product name is, what your launch is, and boop, 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 it'll spit it right out for you. There's a number of apps that do this. Writesonic is one. We talked about ContentBot last week. They're all pretty good, all pretty similar. Quillbot does something like it. But I must say, I think Rytr might have the best user interface of all, and it's free to try. You can generate like, I don't know, 10,000 characters for free. Then after that, they start charging you. But you get some real output right now just by go to smokingrobot.com, search for Rytr, R-Y-T-R, and you can get the link there, and then I think there's a discount code too. So here's how it works. I want to talk about a little mini review of the app. So let's dig into it real quick, why it's useful, why it's not, and why I worry about some of these apps long term.
Okay, so let's get into Rytr, R-Y-T-R. And as you see, you select your use case. Everything from business ideas, cover letters, emails, Google search ads, keyword extractors, landing pages, profile, bios, and so much more. All right, so I want to write a job description I tried director of operations, but let's try a full-time social media video person because we need one. I don't know if you could tell, this isn't my strong suit. I know the stuff, but I'm not so great on video. So anyway, full-time social media video guy, you get to choose the tone: critical, convincing, funny, formal, humble, humorous. And, let's just pick one here. Let's go with, assertive. Okay. So we got that. We can choose the number of variants we wanted to put out, and then the level of creativity. So with that, if you say max, it will kind of go far afield from what you put in to kind of be interesting. If you say minimal, we'll kind of keep it more perfunctory. But here you go. I click the button, and I got a totally useful job description for a full-time social media video talent, which has, again, most of the things you would expect from someone who's going for that job. Now, do you need to customize this? Yeah, absolutely. But I will tell you, I've written many job descriptions, and most of the time, the way to write those is go on the internet, Google a similar job description, copy 70% of it, tailor it to your liking. Well, this makes it that much easier. And here I might want to add something like edit videos daily. I might want to go down here and be like, hey, maybe you can be better than me. And that's it. My job description is pretty much written. I can put this anywhere I want. Next, they have a magic command. Now, this is probably the closest thing to like ChatGPT, where you can kind of just go in here and pretty much just give it whatever the heck you want. So I'm just going to say, write engaging landing page copy for smokingrobot.ai, the marketplace to browse, buy, and sell AI tools and apps. And then I'm going to see one variant, and just like that, there we go. We have landing page copy. And you know what? It's actually pretty good. Not all that creative, but it would totally work. Okay, so this next one is going to be a call to action. Now, I am really bad at writing quippy call to actions. That means like a subscribe button, a click here button, something like that. Sometimes you need someone to take an action on a website. I'm really bad at giving that direction. But here, you can give it a description of what you want to happen. So I'm going to write a call to action for a newsletter about the latest news and tools in AI, written so normal people can understand it. I'm going to have it be candid, super simple, straightforward. All right, so here we go. Subscribe to get AI Savvy now. Actually, not bad. Subscribe to AI Simplify now. That's really not our name. I don't like that. Don't like either of these. Let me change the tone to something like casual. We're pretty informal around here, as you can tell. All right, so see, I liked it. The fifth one, get AI literate today or subscribe to stay in the know. Again, this might seem easy, but this is the sort of thing you pay copywriters that you do A/B testing on. I'm still suggest testing these, but to be able to get these output immediately like this is really, really impressive stuff. Let's try one more. Let's try writing some ad copy. All of these reviews pretty much show how to write a blog post or an SEO page. I'm not even going to bother with that. We know they're pretty good at that. But I'm going to go in here, and I'm not good at writing Facebook social media ads, basically. So you get to put the product name, you get to put the product description, AI newsletter to help you understand and keep updated with the latest AI tools. And here we go. So we get keep your AI knowledge up to date as the headline, stay in the know with Smoking Robot, get smarter about AI, keep up to date. I like that third one. So let's see if we can change it here. And now let's try and make it humorous. Let's see how funny this thing can possibly be. So let's blank that out. There we go. Get smarter with Smoking Robot, keep up with the times. Smoking Robot has got, yeah, see, so, I mean, these are fine. I just don't think they're that funny. And to me, that is probably one of the limitations of Rytr and ChatGPT at the moment, is it just really has trouble, like, being great. It can be really good at a number of things. Okay, and here we go. So I hit my limit. We've been demoing the free trial for a while now, and we've hit the limit, so it wants us to pay. So we're going to tap out here for now, but this is very useful. What I would do is suggest is having an actual specific use case. We've tried it across a number of different areas. Our reviewer, Luke, who reviewed it over on smokingrobot.ai, was in here the other day. But I would suggest if you have a repeated use case and you need to write a lot of headlines, you are a copywriter, you need help, you want to simplify your job, you want suggestions, have a use case in mind, then sign up for the app and make your life a little bit easier.
Okay, so that's Rytr, R-Y-T-R. And as you can see, it's a pretty good app, but it's not without its limitations. Particularly where I think these apps struggle is on the high-end creative side. They can do things like press releases and basic ad copy for, you know, your regular local business, of which there are millions in this country and even more around the world. But they don't really excel at anything great. When you select humorous or when you select casual, the tones all sound kind of similar, and sometimes they sound really forced. The nuance of being funny, and I don't view myself as funny, but the nuance of having humor is that, like, it's unique and witty, and these things aren't that. They just sort of try to spruce things up with exclamation points with a lack of context and sarcasm. And that's not the app's fault. That's ChatGPT. That's where it is today. Again, this whole thing is built on OpenAI's API for ChatGPT. So, like, these will get better. This is the first inning. These things are going to get scary good very, very fast. And that's kind of why I worry about Rytr and ContentBot and WriteSonic and Jasper and Quillbot. And, you know, just keep the names coming, keep the puns coming. They're all hard to spell. Why? I don't know. Except Jasper. I guess that's pretty easy. Anyway, here's what I worry about that long term. The better ChatGPT gets, and the more familiar society gets with inputting stuff into that chat prompt, the less use case you have for all of these apps. That's one problem. Two, and this is the big one, Microsoft has said it's going to put ChatGPT into Office potentially sometime this year, or at least that's been reported. Once that happens, think about putting this product inside Microsoft Word or Outlook. That's where most people do most of these things this app does. They're going to take it out of this app, they're going to put it in Word, they're going to put it in Office, they're going to put it in a document somewhere, maybe Google Sheets, whatever it is. Well, think about if the functionality now is built right into those apps. You have no more need for Rytr. So I worry about some of these developers who've built on top of this open AI ChatGPT substrate, and then that company, which is basically a third owned by Microsoft now, can just Sherlock all these features, dump it into Word, and boom, now you're out of business. So that's like, I think we're going to see this like long-term battle now between big tech and these AI startups. Okay, so that's where I think we're going to enter this like big battle between how people use these things. It's a race to determine, are people going to be more comfortable just sitting in a chat prompt and typing these things in and getting whatever they can think of out of the machine, out of the AI? Or is most people just going to be comfortable with a layer of user interface to do what they have to do over and over again with a program like this that prompts the app for you and gets you the result? I would say the latter, until it's Sherlocked by Microsoft. And the reason is, think if you're like above 40 and you ever had a computer when you were little, remember you got that black screen and you had a C prompt? Anyone under 30 is not going to know what I'm talking about here, but trust me, this happened, it existed. If you turn on a computer and you wanted to play a game, forget about the internet, didn't exist in that form yet. If you wanted to play a game, you get a black screen, C:\\\, and you had to type in the address on your computer to load that game. It was like the most rudimentary web bar. It was very confusing, not user accessible. And then Microsoft came along, actually Apple was first and then Microsoft, and everything was clickable. It was called the GUI, the graphical user interface. And then that made computers accessible to almost everybody. It was much easier to figure out. That's kind of what these apps do for ChatGPT. So I think most people will want to use those as opposed to just trying to put something into a chat field and get something out of it. But again, I really worry about them as Microsoft takes off these features, especially for these written apps. Anyway, today, one of the best user interfaces for writing press releases, ad copy, blog posts, long-form SEO articles, job descriptions, you name it, Rytr's got it. They have over 40 different templates. It's super easy to use, super fast, like lightning quick. So from that standpoint, really good. If you need one today, you could try it out for free. Head on over to smokingrobot.ai, search for Rytr, RYTR. Click the link. We have a link. We might have a discount code for you. And then while you're there, make sure to subscribe to our newsletter. We'll email you 3 times a week, the latest news in AI, what's going on, what's the big story, a tool of the day, much more, so you can keep up to date with all these tools as the world is changing. If you like this video, give it a like, please. Subscribe to our channel. Already giving some comments. It's like our 4th video. Leave a comment. What did you like about this? Any questions? What do you want us to see make this a video about? Whatever you want. Give us a like, subscribe, notification bell, all that stuff. Thanks for watching.